All right, we're at it yet again. Another workshop where you will actually build, physically build and design a tiny cabin. This one's going to be near Wilmington, North Carolina, November 22nd and the 23rd through relaxshacks.com. Many hosts, carpenters, guest speakers, demos, and builders will be present. Going to be a lot of fun. You will learn a ton. Relaxshacks.com. Also, check out my book, Humble Homes, Simple Shacks. That's available on Amazon.com. And a shout to our friends at the Jamaica Cottage Shop. We have a tour of this very cabin coming up soon on this channel.
Hey, I'm Derek Diedrichson from RelaxShacks.com up in China, Maine. And I want to show you a kind of abandoned former bunkhouse log cabin in the woods. We're on a peninsula of land, actually. That is something I've been offered or might consider for a future workshop. Let me see if I can zoom. Very crude, staggery. In the distance, something to kind of like a flip-it rehab type project. Hasn't been used in a number of years, as I will show you shortly. But I'm going to just go live camera here to show you the walk because there's so many cool cabins nearby. Like this one right here. Which is the main house. Or the bunkhouse. Which is kind of obscured in the shadow right now. Sorry, bug landed on me. It's Maine near August, it gets buggy. So, as I walk up this little hill and try not to trip, here we go. So first I want to show you the distance. Like I said, peninsula of land. You look downhill, cool grove of trees leading to a cove. Dirt road behind us. But this is a bunkhouse that hasn't been used in a long time. And it needs some work. It has a lot of potential. For whatever reason, there are, let's see, there's one, two, and on the back, a third door, two of which have been plugged up. So it was used in a different style capacity in the past. What I would do rehab-wise to make it more usable, add some outdoor space, put in a deck, potentially even a wraparound deck here, touch up the paint, it needs some sealing. Roofing-wise, actually not terrible. Might look cooler with a metal roof. The roofing actually looks in decent shape. But inside, they've actually since replaced the steps. Last year it was pretty bad. Inside, if I can get the door open, we'd work on that too. It's, let me see. It's as wide as it gets. Inside, kind of a wreck. But like I said, one with a lot of, wow, I can't even talk. One with a lot of potential. It's very early in the morning here. We're heading out for a flea market trip to Bucksport, Searsport, Maine. So I just want to get this video while we have some good sunlight. Not in here, obviously. You can see the wood's all still in great shape. There's all of these like Homosoap panels and who knows what on the walls. Those would have to be puttied up. And over here's the other door, once upon a time. Right there. You can see it from the other side, opening for a door. But this is something I'd love to fix up and to make it like, back into a bunkhouse. Or put a queen-size bed in here. Shabby chic is a style I never go for. It would be kind of fun to try it with this cabin. Especially seeing as the owner digs that. Her main cabin's gorgeous. But we could really, redo this cabin. Paint the whole thing maybe like some turquoise teal color. New flooring. Replace windows, even just work on replacing the panes. There's a lot of things that could be learned by rehabbing a simple little cabin like this. And here and there, there's actually some materials we could probably rehab and pull from. Sheets of plywood, some of it pretty ghetto, probably like old vinyl linoleum sheets, probably some asbestos, who knows what, we would get those out of there. These old chairs here would look great if they were painted, fixed up. Make this door here operational again, a little purtier. Use some of that wood in the corner for trim. Those doors, cabinet doors there, why not build a little closet where you can hide stuff? It's actually, let's see, it's probably 9-10 feet to the peak. You could put a tiny little loft in there for kids to sleep in if you wanted. There's parts of a bed we could use, and it'd be for a fun little project. I'd love to potentially off this door here, bump out a little 4x4 room, put a bathroom in there. But it's a great little spot that I would like to do a workshop with, kind of a, take an old building with good bones and rehab it, kind of a before and after project. But it gets kind of cooler than that because there's a secondary building we could mess with as well, which I'll show you in a second. So here's the main cabin, which you kind of saw before. And turning around behind me is China Lake. Which is just gorgeous. Now here's what I wanted to show you guys. See if I can do this going down these irregular steps without killing myself. For this workshop we would have dock use, lake usage, and this right here. Let me see if I can step back to get the whole thing in. I'm on a bunch of rocks right now. Right here is a pump house, but I've long wanted to make this into a mini, even for kids, bunk house, because it's fairly wide open. If you boxed in and hit the pump, that's pretty much all this is. It's for, dockside storage. But you painted this thing up, gussied it up, maybe blew a bigger hole there and made that into a, bunkhouse / bar for partying down at the waterfront. This little space has a lot of potential. It's maybe 6 by 8, 7 by 8 feet. Again, as I enter, the view can't be beat. I mean, come on. This lake's a few miles long. Great fishing. And like I said, just sharing this because it could be a future before and after workshop. Again, I'm your host, Derek Diedrichsen from RelaxShacks.com. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you later as I clear the way spiderweb-wise with my face.